So time for the present. Yeah, I know how times work. This is just a weird one. So yeah, I like this. The idea, because they show it in one of the trailers, so I'm not going to involve this specific detail as a spoiler because it's in one of the trailers that they released themselves. So it's a clip where they're like, oh yes, we're going to reveal this as marketing material, so I'm fine with that. So because they're fine with that. One of the things that it goes with is going back and forth, changing the past, present, and future to sort of have this specific event, which for this is them to stay together, to happen. Which, yeah, that is obviously a situation. Although I'm being like, yes, and that is a situation that can happen. So, yeah. Again, this is just one of those things where it is fun, but it's fun. There's no complicated story. There's no, like, big thing. There is one thing that I have a gripe over, but that's less this and more stuff in general. So, one of the main focus in this, and then going forward, is bringing two couples together. And sure, that's a standard story. I'm not complaining about that, because that exists. That's a thing in reality. People get divorced. I have been through, my family, my parents, have been divorced. Not going to go into reasons, not my place. And if you want to know, here's where you can find the answer. Nowhere, because no one's going to tell you. Unless you probably find them, and then I have bigger concerns on my hands. But the one thing which I don't like that a lot of shows do is that they portray divorce as bad. And even I admit that I sometimes overanalyze it, being like, okay, if I don't get married, I can never get divorced. And if I don't get a partner, I can never get divorced. Divorce is bad. But sometimes it doesn't work. Even I admit that, a person who excuse to never find a partner is to never get divorced. Defending divorce. Shocker. But I do understand why people do it. And the show media being like, negative. I would have loved if all of this time shenanigans, all of this leads to nothing. Maybe a bit of a story of like, oh, is it our fault? Is it us? Etc. Etc. But yeah, I also like the bit where he uses a computer, because I know that's a thing with certain people with certain neurotypicalities. They need something like that to help them speak and communicate. I don't know what it is specifically, so don't ask me. But I do like the representation that makes. So yeah, it's really good and sort of really exciting. And in my opinion, definitely worth watching. So I hope you enjoyed, and good night.